So, I think Ahsoka Tano is just one of those weird topics that you're going to see every single day if you are present in the Battlefront community, and it really does seem like every single person that plays this game would love to see her added to the game as a new hero. I mean, it's funny because anytime there is a new EA Star Wars post, or even if Ben Walk posts something, you see a ton of people just requesting for Ahsoka Tano to be added to the game. And it's really weird because we just don't see this with any other hero besides the ones that we did get with the Clone Wars season, those being Obi-Wan, General Grievous, Count Dooku, and Anakin, because of course, those are fan favorites and they are main characters of the prequel trilogy, so of course, people are going to ask for them a lot. But after we got all of those, people just wouldn't stop talking about Ahsoka, and there's many reasons why, of course, but I think one of the biggest reasons why people won't stop talking about her is the fact that back when General Grievous did launch, I think it was one of the heroes, either General Grievous or Obi-Wan. If you went to the files, you could actually find voice lines of Grievous talking to not only Ahsoka Tano, but Padme Amidala as well. People have been talking about it for so long, so I'm sure you guys already know what the situation was. The developers didn't give any statement on it, of course, which is understandable, because they're not going to flat out say, yes, we are working on Ahsoka, or no, we aren't. Because say they were actually working on her and then they decided to put her aside for a while to get this new sequel trilogy stuff out, or even the Clone Wars reinforcements that did come after the heroes, the community would get pretty angry with that. So like I said, it is pretty reasonable that they did not give a statement on this. But overall, I do agree with the community. I think Ahsoka Tano would be an amazing hero to be added to Battlefront 2, and there's many different reasons why that I'm going to be going over in this video. So be sure and leave a like on it if you do enjoy, and comment down below if you would like to see Ahsoka Tano or not, and give your reasons why. I'll be going through the comments, reading them and stuff, because I have seen a few people say that they don't really want her. So I'm just kind of curious to see what your guys' opinions are on this subject. And I think one of the main reasons she would be a good addition is simply because of the unique gameplay style she would offer. I have seen some people say that they do not want more lightsaber heroes being added to this game because they all feel the same, and while I totally get what they're saying, Ahsoka would be pretty unique compared to the other ones, a lot like General Grievous. She would have dual-wielding lightsabers, one that is kind of a yellowish color and then one that is a green, and then obviously some other skins and stuff which I'll go over later. But I just think there's a lot they could do with her gameplay style, not just in her lightsaber animations and all that, but with her abilities and star cards and all that. I think it'd be cool for her to have the ability to jump really high, as we see her do a lot in the Clone Wars. She seems to be very agile and she's able to jump pretty much wherever she wants, so I think this would be a cool add-on to the game. She would be obviously very fast as well, again, as we see in the Clone Wars, and also think it would be cool to give her 3 dashes like we also see on Count Dooku, simply because it kind of separates them from the other heroes. Now, I know some of you are probably thinking that already sounds too powerful, which, yeah, maybe it could be, maybe it won't. In my opinion, it really comes down to how her abilities are and then how much damage her lightsaber hits do to heroes and infantry. I think I've said it in a few videos, an ability that I've always wanted to see with someone who has dual-wielding lightsabers is kind of a combo move, where basically it's a lightsaber throw a lot like Darth Vader's, but since you have 2 lightsabers, you throw one and then you use the other one to actually block incoming attacks and fire. I just think this not would only look very cool, but also be a really useful ability too. I think that's one of Vader's weak sides, is his lightsaber throw. It's the fact that whenever you do throw it, you are basically completely vulnerable to damage and stuff, because there's nothing you can really do unless the developers put a damage reduction on him when using that ability. So I think this would be kind of cool to separate Ahsoka Tano from all the other heroes and villains that do have a lightsaber throw. I think Darth Maul and Vader are the only ones. But yeah, so basically she would throw one and then use the other one to hold it up and block everything else. I think it would look cool and just be a good ability overall. And then for another ability that I was thinking of, I was really thinking of how Obi-Wan's Rush could work on Ahsoka as well, except she'd have 2 blades, of course, and I think it would be a lot faster than the one Obi-Wan does, and instead of it being really a defensive ability, it would be more of an offensive one, where she would kind of lock onto enemies and do that rush ability and go and attack them, of course. It's kind of hard to explain, but I think you guys get the idea. And then as for her third ability, I really have no idea. I'm sure you guys can think of something, so go ahead and comment down below if you have any ideas for any other abilities or any way to modify the current ones that I have stated. But yeah, overall, I just think she would be really great gameplay wise and just be a really fun addition to the game because of those reasons. And now I want to talk about the Clone Wars show. Of course, we cannot go without that. We all know that Season 7 is coming this month, which I'm really excited for, and a lot of people were expecting her to be released alongside with the season. This is also a topic that I have been talking about in some of my videos, because I did expect them to release some Clone Wars content with the Season 7 release, But to be fair, we got our sequel trilogy season, and then now we're going on to the original trilogy stuff, so I don't expect it at all to come in the next couple months. Maybe in April, maybe in May, I'm not too sure, because we do know that original trilogy co-op and Capital Supremacy is coming this month and next month with Scarif and then the Death Star, and then I'm sure they're going to also do some more things as well. But as for the Clone Wars season, I do think it would be a missed opportunity to not include some stuff from the show into this game. But as for Ahsoka coming in one of the next few updates, I really just don't see it at all. And I have seen some people speculate and get their hopes up that, hey, maybe DICE will completely surprise us, which is true. That's always the chance of them completely surprising us and be like, hey, we're adding Ahsoka, by the way, with Scarif, which, let's be honest, is probably a 0.5% chance of that happening, because that really doesn't make sense with the way DICE is doing these Battlefront updates. They seem to do them all in a linear aspect in terms of we get our Clone Wars updates, then we get our sequel trilogy updates, and now we're getting our original trilogy. And yes, you can technically say that Ahsoka Tano is kind of an original trilogy character in a way, because she is in Rebels, which is featured in the Empire era, but I just don't see it happening at all, and I think they're going to release her, if they do, with another Clone Wars update. But then on the final topic of this, I want to talk about all the potential appearances or skins that they could have for her. I mean, there's just so many that I'm already thinking of at the top of my head. Obviously, in my opinion, I think her main appearance should just be the standard one from the Clone Wars series that you see throughout the show, with her green and sort of a yellowish lightsaber. But I would also love to see a legendary appearance of her in Rebels, where she has her new white lightsabers and that new lightsaber hilt, which looks awesome. I think everyone would just love that and love to spend either real money or 80,000 credits on that, especially because we haven't gotten too many new legendary appearances, and I think it would definitely be worth it. Also, just imagine seeing a white lightsaber on the Battlefront. That would just be so cool, especially because all the lightsabers you see so far are just green, red, and blue. So having white, I think, would be really awesome to see and just add some uniqueness to the game. And then one more that I would really like to see is the one that we see in the new Clone Wars Season 7, where she has her blue lightsabers, which looks absolutely amazing. So there's 3 skins right there off the bat that you could have: her base appearance, her white lightsabers one, and then her Clone Wars Season 7. And there's just many, many more that they could have. So yeah, overall, I just really think that she would be an amazing hero to add. Obviously, we have no confirmation whether yes or no if she's coming or not, so it's something we're going to have to wait and see, which always sucks. But we do know that they did record voice lines of someone talking to her, so that is always a positive indication that yes, at least they have talked about adding her. That's all we have confirmed so far, because why would they record them if they weren't in talks? So again, it could be something that they decided just to leave her out on the side and work on other things, or they very well could still be working on her and they're planning on releasing her with another Clone Wars update, which could also potentially be added with a new Darth Maul skin, which is something that the community has been asking for a lot. But go ahead and let me know your thoughts on this topic down below. Do you want Ahsoka Tano to get in the game? Do you not want her? Just go ahead and let me know and give me your reasons. I'll be reading the comments and stuff as always. But that's pretty much going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure and leave a like on it. It really helps out the channel a lot. And if you're new, subscribe for more Star Wars news, gameplay, and more. And I'll hopefully see you in the next one.